when you hear good and evil, a lot of other people think of it as God and the devil. And that's fair to me. That's fair. That's fair to me, to you, I guess, in the sense of however it is that you want to look at life. Me, on the other hand, I look at it as nigga and nigger. Because, see, when you hear good and evil, and then you hear God and the devil, all those things are a consistence of positive and negative, right? Now, me, on the other hand, when I come up with nigga and nigger, I come up with the same idea, positive and negative. Now, you see, in my mind, the word nigga and nigger, very clean, cut, and dry. Nigger is the negative, period, bottom line. Nigga, on the other hand, is the positive. Because, see, when there is anything in existence with the laws of nature, there's always a positive and a negative. Now, what happened with the nigger word, some Europeans many years ago decided to come up with a word to describe negative. Yeah, because see, you got negative and nigger. They're pretty much kind of like the same, but you got to do a little bit of work on it just to get an idea on how it got to the word nigger. See, negative was being said by various forms of accents, you know, from France, England, wherever, from the European continents that went over to the motherland and did what it was that they did. Yeah. And when they got us here, they was trying to describe us as negative, and somehow the word niggeress came out because of the accent, the way that they spoke. You know, their tongues would roll and things of that nature. And they pronounced it as if it sounded like it had an I. Yeah. And then they added another G. Yeah. And ER. Yeah. Now, the ER in negative represents evil reptile. So when they put all those words together and added onto the word negative, they came up with the ER and added the G. Yeah. And that came out to be nigger. Because see, the ER stands for evil reptile. Yeah. That's how I see it. Now, you're probably saying, well, what about the A? It's very simple. A is for angels of God. Yeah. Because see, angels of God means that when we took and did away with the ER and just put the A, because we knew who we were. We knew we were angels of God. And that came out to be nigga. Yeah. Now, that's the positive of the word nigger. That's just how that is for you, for me, and anyone else, in my opinion. Because you got to remember, I'm complex. That's just how my mind works. Now, see, when you take the word, that's my nigga, you're going to get a very beautiful, positive response from me. Now, when you say nigger, it's a damn good chance that I'm about to bring some real negative shit to your ass or anyone's ass, black or white. That's just how that shit goes. So that tells me, that means that it's a negative word. Sort of like good and evil. And heaven and hell. Yeah, because see, God created heaven and he also created a form of hell, which is the negative of the good, and vice versa. So when you hear me say that I'm a heroic nigga, that means that I'm top of the line of one of God's angels. Yeah, because that's exactly what that A stands for at the word nigga. Yeah, because if you add the ER, you're just an evil reptile, and we already know what the evil reptile did in the Garden of Eden. It did something real negative. So we already know that's what the ER stands for in the word nigger. So when you start seeing niggers, trust me, they ain't just one motherfucking color. They are evil motherfucking people that do horrible things against people, but they try to convince the people that didn't really know what it stood for. They just thought it was like a negative, lazy person of one particular color, and that was because they was trying to hide their real, true identity on who the fuck they were, and that is evil reptiles. They are the same type of descendants of that creator that did negative things in the Garden of Eden, which placed such a burden on mankind, period, throughout, and gonna go out until the end. In the word A, again, angels of God, because people like me are going to be the same motherfuckers that's going to stand up against those ER niggers, if you will, the negative. And I'm going to stand in the threshold of the battle that needs to take place against niggas and niggers, which is positive and negative, good and evil.